Hey everyone, welcome to AMD Now Playing.
That's right, we got a new name for the series and we're excited to launch off this new show for the year.
We're going to have plenty of new updates from the entirety of AMD Gaming, so if you want to learn more about AMD Ryzen or any of the handheld consoles, we got you covered.
To build off that, whether it's Radeon hardware, AMD software, or anything in between, such as event coverage, PC builds, and special guests, we got you covered there too.
Let's get started with the first episode.
Today we're going over some special announcements from CES, and we're super excited to bring on a special guest. He's a chief gaming architect at AMD, and so Frank, why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself and how come we haven't queued up together in Overwatch yet?
Because I suck at Overwatch. Hey guys, I'm Frank Azor, chief architect for gaming solutions, and I also run the gaming marketing team here at AMD.
So talking about stuff that we did at AMD, we just announced a new graphics card, the Radeon RX 7600 XT. Why should gamers be excited about this card?
Well, first of all, it's got 16 gigs of memory, so that's pretty cool. There's not a ton of games right now that are going to make use of more than 8 or 12 gigs of memory. So this card gives you that future proofing that as the games continue to come out at 1440p and they keep making use of higher VRAM, you're not going to be forced into an early obsolescence. And the price point for the card, I mean, it's $329 is the starting at price point for it. That's, I think, one of the lowest, if not the lowest price points you can pay to get that much memory inside a graphics card. What's really special about this card as well is that it works with, of course, our FSR3 technology, but it also works with our brand new, just released AMD Fluid Motion Frames technology as well.
Yeah, and what's great too is with the 16 gigabytes, it doesn't just apply to strictly gaming, right? Content creation, you get some uplifts there. If you're into running generative AI workloads on your system, say you're using Stable Diffusion, which is one of those popular text-to-image services, having that future-proof ability extends beyond just gaming.
If you want to start experimenting with kind of local AI, machine learning workloads and compute, your options before this card were kind of slim. For $329 now, it's such a new entry price point for you to be able to start experimenting and getting a little bit more familiar with kind of what's possible out there with AI and machine learning.
We talked about Radeon. Let's turn our attention a little bit to Ryzen. Can you share with us what's coming soon on that end as well?
Yeah, so at CES we announced the new Ryzen 8000G series, CPUs or APUs as we call them. And these are, I mean, no pun intended, they're game changers because these are our desktop CPUs, but they also include really powerful RDNA 3 graphics in them. And I think for the first time ever, when you couple the kind of graphics performance that's built into these processors and you pair it with things like HYPR-RX, you're getting frame rates at 1080p that are best in class. We've never seen frame rates like this in a desktop integrated graphics processor before.
Yeah, and like with these APUs, like especially what we're seeing with the Ryzen Z1 Extreme and like the ROG Ally or Lenovo Legion Go, we're seeing some great performance out of these handhelds. And when we look at these Ryzen 8000G components, I'm actually really excited to see any small form factor builds or low power builds that enthusiasts are going to be building.
Absolutely. I mean, all types of new form factors you're going to see emerge. Ultra small form factors. Because it's a desktop processor, there's going to be modularity in there as well, and that you will be able to upgrade these CPUs over time. It opens up a whole new world of possibilities around how you think about a new PC purchase and how OEMs and system builders are going to be able to start designing gaming capable systems for customers.
Yeah, I really like how you put that. I think one thing that we're really excited about this year for the show is doing those product builds, so maybe we'll be able to show some of you guys what that 8000G series looks like when we build our systems. But one thing you also talked about was not only hardware but software. You talked about HYPR-RX, AFMF. Can you tell me a little bit more about what that is and this next level performance it brings?
The simplest way to explain HYPR-RX is that it's an easy button. What we do with HYPR-RX is we bundle all these performance enhancing software technologies that we've been developing, and we get them to work together, interoperability. Those are the two main benefits of HYPR-RX. Just turn it on, and if it's compatible with your games, it starts working with your game. What we've done with the latest version is we integrated our AFMF, our AMD Fluid Motion Frames technology into HYPR-RX. So what Fluid Motion Frames does is it quite literally generates frames in your game. And I'm oversimplifying it a bit, but that's kind of what we're doing with frame generation. We take two native frames and then we generate and interpolate frames between those natively rendered frames to increase your frame rate.
So Frank, being the chief architect of gaming solutions at AMD, what's your end goal? What's your vision for an AMD gaming platform, let's say in the next 5, 6, 7 years?
First of all, we want to power every gaming device that's out there because we do build the best hardware, we build the best software, the best technologies. My vision is that we're going to continue to deliver best-in-class gaming solutions across every category of gaming that's out there. Console, PC, even cars. Everywhere there's gaming, we hope that AMD will be there delivering the processing and the experience that makes that customer experience the best humanly possible.
And I really like how you brought up how we do the CPU, GPU, but what's really unique and with a lot of the work that our teams are doing is how we bring those technologies together. For example, with all of our smart technologies. Would you mind telling the community more about some of those?
The idea there was pretty simple. If we build CPUs and we build graphics chips, and we do it all under the same company, we have a real opportunity there to get those two things to work better together. The other thing that we give you is all these software features, like we talked about, AFMF, HYPR-RX, all of that we deliver for our graphics card customers. All of that is designed and developed to work with these CPUs. And that's unprecedented. That's like first of its kind ever in our industry.
So we've talked about a lot today. One thing we haven't talked about yet is FSR3 specifically. So Frank, can you give us a little bit of knowledge about what's going on with FSR3 and everything else with FSR?
FSR3 was designed to be open and to work across anything that can run it. The game devs absolutely love it because if you're a game dev and you're going to take the time to integrate this technology into your game to deliver a better experience to your customer, you really would like that effort to work across as many of those gamers as humanly possible. And FSR aims to solve all of that. So it's really it's a true solution. Now what FSR3 does, just to back up for a second, we have that frame generation technology built into FSR3. And that just simply means you're going to get similar performance benefits to AFMF in the driver, but you're going to get better image quality.
Yeah, and what's cool about FSR3 too is it also has the native AA mode, which we talked about in our last episode. And I was able to enable FSR3, but I was able to keep that native mode and just use the FSR anti-aliasing essentially in combination with frame generation. And I was able to get really good image quality and get that frame generation.
Frank, thank you so much for your time today. It was so exciting, just awesome to launch off our new series this year. We had so much great content. We're going to continue this content throughout the year, but as we wrap up this episode, Frank, any last word for the community?
Just thank you for the support. We have done some really exciting stuff in recent years. So just thank you for the support. Thank you for the engagement. Please keep engaging with us. Please keep challenging us to do more for you and for the community. We are listening and we're absolutely doing our best to support you.
Awesome. So like Frank said, we are listening, we're engaging with you guys, and continue to just comment down below what you want to see next in the next episodes, what builds you might want to see, who you want us to guest feature next, and we'll continue to try to do that.
Until then, we'll see you on the next episode of AMD Now Playing.